Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Today is another basic tutorial video on how to set up your armies and how to use basic functions inside the battle planner. So the first two things you need to know for setting up an army is that there are two different types of commanders. There is the Field Marshal, who has an unlimited number of divisions that can operate beneath him, and his perks are more broad sweeping as far as his perks and learned traits. The second type of commander is a general. They can only operate 24 divisions. Now, you can assign them more than 24 divisions. That is possible. But they will suffer a command penalty if they have more than 24 divisions underneath them. And the perks that the generals have are a little more specific, such as Hill Fighter or Mountain Fighter or Panzer Leader or Ranger, which is forest and swamp fighting, I believe. So let's take a look at just setting up a very simple basic army. Let's go ahead and select these troops here. We have 24 divisions. We click the New Army tab down here, and we have a new army. Now you can, of course, change their symbol. I have a mod which allows for more symbols, and you can, of course, change their color. It doesn't really matter. You can do it whatever, however you want to set it up. We'll go ahead and just pick your standard green. We don't want to make them paratroopers, though. We'll use something silly like I don't know, we'll use something basic, like the helmet, I guess. Alright. Now, in order to assign a commander, you click the commander portrait here, and up pops our list of commanders. Now, we can sort them by skill, we can sort them by their name, or we can sort them by capacity. As you can see right here, Field Marshal, unlimited capacity, and then your generals can only command 24. So let's go ahead and pick Gregory Zhukov just for demonstration purposes. Now, if we were to say do this, say click this one tank division and assign it to Zhukov, as you can see the numbers down here turn red. He has 25 out of 24. And it says this commander can only handle 24 divisions, but he is currently in command of 25, which gives him a 4.10% command penalty. Commanding too many divisions will reduce all of the positive commander traits and skill modifiers. So we can easily just remove one, and he's back to 24 with no penalties. Now, let's get into basic battle planner commands. Excuse me. Your basic battle planner commands look like this. You click on the portrait, battle plans come up. You have your naval invasion, paratroop orders, front line, offensive line, fallback line, garrison line, division assignment mode, edit mode, and then of course delete order. Now, we do not have any paratroopers. Actually, we do have paratroopers in here, and we're not concerned about naval invasions. Paratrooper operations and naval invasions will be covered in a different video. These will just be basic battle plan commands. Now, a basic front line can be done one of two ways. You can either just simply click on a border and an entire border will be drawn up for you, or if you wish, you can right click and actually paint where you want your front line to be. We will just set it right there for demonstration purposes. As you can see, we zoom in and it'll say 24 divisions are assigned to this front line. And it says Army 1, which relates to the name here. We can, of course, name this to whatever we want. Demo Army, and then it changes to Demo Army. That doesn't really change how the army operates, but it does allow you to organize things in the way you want it to. Your second command here is the offensive line, which is very easily, you just right click and you can go ahead and set it right there, or if you wish, We can go ahead and delete this, and then we can obviously paint it if we want to have a large, sweeping, offensive front line. Go ahead and delete that. Your next one is your fallback line. If we start getting pushed back, we can go ahead and paint a fallback line. You know, say it could be right there. And if things start happening that are bad, we can go ahead and just you know, click this assignment and then, you know, assign them back to the fallback line. As you can see here, 24 divisions are on this fallback line. No divisions are on the actual front line. We can go ahead and change that, switch it back. Delete the fallback line. Last one that we're going to be looking at is garrison. Now the garrison, what the garrison does is it allows your troops to garrison certain provinces. Now you cannot have a front line if you are garrisoning. Typically what this is useful for, it's useful for in suppression of partisan and rebellious activities in lands that are captured in a country that hasn't capitulated yet. It's useful for just defending the homeland, and what will happen is these units will spread out and they will try to cover as much territory as they can. If you give them too much territory, then what they will do is they will constantly move around in the garrison area. So it's usually best to try to not allow them to move around too much. Say if we wanted to defend Moscow, we could, you know, click on Moscow. We could have this unit fall back and you know, defend the Moscow area, or you know, everything in between. But if we assign them too much, we will obviously stretch them too thin. Now the icons for your front line. If we go ahead and click on another front line, and let's go ahead and assign a new army. Actually, let's delete this. Let's create a new army, and I will show you. Let's pick these 4 guys, create a new army, and give them a front line. Start right here. We'll go ahead and paint this. As you can see, it's green. Then it turns yellow. Green means the commander feels that the 5 units in his army can suitably occupy this area. Once we hit yellow, he means we're going to have trouble. We're going to be thinned out. This is not working out for me. Once it hits red, that means there is no way that we can adequately man this front line with the troops that are available to me, so you'll have to assign new troops. Now you can give them an order that is counterproductive, and you can thin your troops out as much as you want, but just be aware that there will be holes in your front line. So this is the basic rundown of basic battle plans and setting up an army. If you guys enjoy this, give me a thumbs up. Think about subscribing. Share it with your friends. Share it wherever you like. My name's Dad Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.